She should be used to this.
It's another ridiculous night as my roundtable joins me, Ben, the Ridiculous Ridiculous Rants concerning the nerd culture of yesterday and today. Joining me at my roundtable, as always, the always lovely Nikki, the powerful Powell.
Oh, hello there.
And because Kenny and James just suck sometimes, Brant Ramblin' with Ranj is sitting at the roundtable.
I like how I only get the invite when everybody else isn't in. Then you come a calling. You come a knocking.
Actually, you know, this last week, I extended an invitation to you to be on this show every single time we record.
What?
Yeah.
No
Every
way.
time. Yeah, I accepted. So
That's a lot of times.
Damn straight you accepted.
Ben, newsflash.
When Ben Riddick makes an offer, you don't refuse it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was drunk at the time, and so I said, that sounds great.
Uh-oh.
It's one of those bar bets. But no, I'm excited to be here, so take it away, Ben.
Oh, stuff, things. We talk about nerdy things.
Yeah, I said take it away. I thought you were going to lead the show.
I do lead the show. I do that sometimes. But
I'm seeing it right now.
I'm doing a bang-up job. It's been a while since we've recorded. Today, we are going to be talking about used games and trading in games. I figured this is the kind of that we're getting on that time of year where a bunch of games are going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And people are kind of in the lull between when those bunches of games are going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So they may resort to buying some used games to spend
They might
less
resort
money.
to doing it like savages.
Like savages, indeed. Instead of going to pay full price for games, obviously. And
I can just see this person in my head, like, walking into GameStop, looking at the games, like, the new ones, and being like, never mind, and, like, shoulders hunched, sad face, picking out a used game and paying for it.
that's exactly how I look every time I walk into a GameStop.
I know. That's how you look every day.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ben, that's how you look.
That's just how you look.
Aren't you
Brant,
glad that Nikki and I are
maybe
both
I'll
on the
take it
same
back.
panel?
No, but, there's a lot of good things and bad things about buying and, trading in games. First off, what I want to know, do you guys trade in games? Brant.
I buy my games digitally, Ben.
I'm asking if you trade in your games, though.
Yes, there's
Your
nothing.
old games before the digitalness.
Yeah, before the digitalness.
Okay, in the bad old days, in the early
The
aughts,
bad old days.
as we used to call them, early
early
GameCube
aughts.
era. Yeah, I've heard the aughts being referred to as the naughty aughties, and we should never allow that as people who grew up during them.
Not
I'm
okay
going to
with
call
that.
them the naughty oddies from now on.
That is not the thing to call them, though. That is not the thing to call them. Anyway, back in the early naughty aughties, I did. I was a big proponent of the buy the games, play the games, keep the ones that are really, really good, that have a lot of replay value, and then trade in the ones that I didn't really particularly like for games that I wanted to give a shot. I think it's really, really useful when you are a younger gamer and do not have a steady cash flow.
Okay. Nikki, how about you?
Yeah. Well, considering I don't buy my games, G buys my games.
Nikki steals her games.
I steal my games. Actually, no, that's bullshit, because
You know what? Hold on.
I buy something.
You were so against us bringing up the topic of selling your body for video games. What are you doing exactly, Nikki?
No, there has never been a body to game selling ratio going on over here. Okay.
I know how I made a joke, but now I'm very uncomfortable. I started this whole thing, but I don't want to see where it goes.
Don't be jealous that you can't do it. Okay.
Listen,
You know
listen. You have no idea what my milkshakes do to people of all genders. So
Yeah.
I would
Keep
just
them away from the yards.
You should that's no time for beef. We don't have time for beef. Just talk about the used games.
I think a few times we have turned in some games that have just been like, it's not worth it to keep them because we will never play them, and they weren't games that were important to us. We keep everything that we love and is important. We haven't traded in a long time, buying used games, I'm totally down for it. G likes to make sure that the booklet is in the used game case, though, because he likes his booklets. I don't know why. I don't see the point, but he likes them. Um,
Okay, so
I don't know.
but before we
buy-
go into
buy
buying
our-
used games, we're still talking about trading in games.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Whoops.
Way to
You're-
try to
you're
move the
jumping
conversation forward.
Way
Mickey.
too far ahead. Because the
Forgot
next thing I want to know...
old man Riddick has
Okay,
everything
so
written
trading
down.
in games, I believe that it is very nice to be able to do that for people to get credit. Yes, I believe in trading in games. Okay. Do I do it all the time? No. Once in a while, maybe, for sure. But anything I buy personally, I'm probably going to end up keeping. If I spent my money on it, I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
So.
Where do you guys... Well, what's your go-to place for trading in games?
GameStop.
GameStop.
GameStop?
GameStop.
Even though...
Oh God!
they're-
What are you going to a sponsor break?
Uh-oh.
Like you could be going to like Dingo Dan's, where they give you 80%
I
markups.
don't like Dingo Dan.
I would
Smells
like
dogs.
to just real quickly say that this show is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Dingo Dan's
You
video
don't
game
know that.
trade-ins.
Dingo Dan came to me last week.
Okay, this is also
This
getting
is
really weird.
awkward.
I mean, we got all of our Ben and I get all the money for the show from our friend Muskie,
Yeah,
who
Muskie. Everyone knows Muskie.
everybody
Well,
knows Muskie.
I wish he'd pay us in Teslas sometimes instead of Muskie bucks.
I know. Oh, the
bad.
Muskie, but we're like halfway to the moon though, Ben.
Yeah, we are. We're halfway to that Ramada Inn in space.
God damn it! What a dream. All right, so
Can't
Ben,
wait.
what's the next thing on the Santa Claus like list that you've written down?
Well, no. So my thing with GameStop and trading in games there is you get shit for your games. Like
Yes.
you get. Let's say you trade in a game that just recently came out, like 2 weeks ago. That is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And you just spent $60 on it, you take it back to GameStop, and they're like, okay, I'll take $25 for it. And then what do? They go and sell it for $55.
Ben, I don't know when this
25?
I don't know when this podcast became all about like capitalism and the evils of it, but like that's just how business works.
I also don't know what GameStop you're going to that they're giving you $25 for a game.
Well,
$25 for 25 games, maybe.
he shows some leg, and the manager likes him, so he gets $25 a game.
And let's
25
just say-
cents.
Okay. Nikki, name a recent game that came out.
Pick a game, any
Call
game.
of Duty Advanced Warfare.
You want Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, not,
Yes,
not like
I do.
Battlefield Hardline
For
or something
500,
like that?
Mr. Trebek.
Shut
This
up.
character from Call of Duty, the last one, shot people. What is his name?
What was it? Advanced Warfighter?
Dingo Dan.
It's
Dingo Dan.
Dingo Dan's Pizza
Final
Adventure.
Okay, so if I wanted to go trade in Advanced Warfighter,
Uh-huh.
Advanced
Warfighter.
Warfighter.
Well,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
good one.
I'm sorry. Okay, my God, I could get $22 for it.
Wow.
At
Well, they
GameStop.
sure have upped their pricing since the last time I traded in a game. Because I remember we took in a few games, God, years ago, like 5 years ago, and I think that we ended up getting like $35 for about 7 games or something. I don't know.
Thanks,
It was
Obama.
ridiculous. Yeah, thanks, Obama.
Uh,
Dingo Dan.
Thanks.
I mean, I
Dingo
think the-
Dingo Dan we trust.
I think the last big time I traded in games was when I traded in my 360 and the few games that I had, and we were only able to get a PS3. Nothing else. So we had the system.
Yeah, and
But
you
we
had to
didn't
walk.
have
You had to
anything
walk
for the
uphill
system.
to go to the GameStop, and then uphill to go back to your house, and then
Yeah,
it was a terrible, terrible
All the
time in your
uphills.
life.
it was a terrible time.
What about so? Wait, is trading in consoles the same as trading in games in your world? Because I think the two are different.
Okay, why do you think the two are different?
Because I buy all of my games digitally, but like in the case of my new 3DS XL, Majora's Mask Edition, I traded in my other 3DS XL, my previous one, for $100 off, which cut the price of the new 3DS XL like in half.
Nice.
Yeah.
So even if you're a digital gamer, you can still trade in your consoles, although you'll be losing all of your games by doing that, unless you do a system transfer or whatever.
Only by doing it on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, only
Because
by
if you
doing
do
the
it on a
virgin
PlayStation
sacrifice.
or Xbox, you can keep your games.
No, but I'm saying that but if you traded in your 360, it's not like those games transfer over to your one. So
exactly.
like that's what I mean.
And I don't criticize trading in consoles either. I personally believe that you're going to have a much better chance of just like selling a game on Craigslist or something like that.
We'll sell them to our friends. You know, like our friends are like, hey, I've been wanting that game, but I can't afford it. Okay, I didn't really like it. Here you go. Here's a cheaper price than you would get at the GameStop. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm making more money than I would trading it in, and then yet we're both benefiting because I'm getting the same amount of money, and yet you're getting it at a cheaper price.
So Nikki, which one of you wears the trench coat when these deals go down? Is it you or
Oh,
me?
gee. Unless the video game has come from my wallet. Like,
I really didn't know where you were gonna say. You really things got really weird there for a second.
No, G does. Like, unless I bought the game and it's my game, then it's
no,
all
that's
his
fine.
Deal. I don't do that. No.
Okay, that's all good. Let's get back
Now,
on track.
Nikki, you're an interesting case because you guys have multiple consoles. You have one bedroom, two TVs in said bedroom.
Yep.
And you play games together.
Yep.
And
jealous.
sometimes you buy two of the same game.
Not always. It is super rare. I think the one game that we bought in multiple copies of was Assassin's Creed Unity. That's it. We usually don't buy multiple games because we have friends that buy the same games. So we've got about 2 or 3 people that we can borrow from. Like when we did Borderlands, we borrowed a copy from one of our other friends. When we did Resident Evil, we borrowed one from somebody. I don't know. Like, we borrow a lot from people. It's rare that we buy another copy, but we don't have very many people that enjoy Assassin's Creed as much as we do, and I don't think we wanted... G didn't want to wait for them to buy it, and then we ended up buying 2 copies, waiting 3 months, and then I'm playing it and I'm almost done, and he hasn't even started it yet. So honestly, we probably could have just bought one.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining, because now I have my own copy.
Or... if you guys did digital, you could do that trick that Kenny and I do, where on Kenny's console, I'm the main account, and on my console, he's the main account. So any digital games he buys, I can play on my console as well as the games that I buy, and vice versa.
Well, I can play anything on my console that Jeep buys. We just don't do digital like that much. Well, I'll buy anything digital that's digital only. But if it comes in, like you know us, I've said it a million times, I like my hard copy, I like my library, I like to show that shit off. Like,
because you're a hoarder, Nikki, you have a problem.
Ben.
I'm alone, so I buy games for myself and I play them alone. My room's alone and listen to sad jazz music. And
well, Ben just likes to hide stuff from his wife, and Brant, you're just a loner, nobody knows things anyway. So,
fuck you too.
So
you think you could just go in there and flaunt your
I'm not really
stuff.
the one you need to convince about the digital. I love digital. I love my Vita. I love digital a lot. But in reality, I like a hard copy. So.
Bow chicka bow wow.
If they'd send me just a case and a digital download, I would do that too.
Nothing like fucking with the environment and not
yeah,
having
no
a big benefit. So there's that's like
I
the
just
Nikki
don't
Powell
feel like I
edition.
killed enough trees.
But then, see, what's the problem with that, Ben? If you buy all these digital games and you fucking hate them, then you can't trade it in, and you can't sell it, and you're just stuck with this game unless you delete it. And then you literally could have just lit, like, $5 on fire.
No, don't talk of such things.
No, well, Ben's doing it. I'm only talking about
Nikki,
it. He's the one
the
lighting.
chances of me getting a game that I don't like, and... Can I finish?
Final Fantasy? No, go ahead.
Are you painting your nails while nonchalantly destroying Ben's self-esteem? Because that would just be some weird-ass shit.
She does this every week, Brand.
Yep,
every
I put
week.
makeup on, I sit here and I do my hair. Like, I don't care.
while you berate Ben. It's like a weird vaudeville act or something.
I can't even remember what I was going to say.
I like to
don't know.
frustrate him to no end. It makes my night. It's the only reason I do this stuff anymore.
I like hearing it. It's fun.
No, so I more mean the chances of me buying a game that I did not like that a bunch of people didn't then dislike. Does that make sense?
No, it makes no sense at all.
Okay, so if I buy a game that I didn't like, and I decide because I didn't like it, I'm going to trade it in, chances are the game itself was probably not critically acclaimed, and I'm not going to get a lot of trade-in value for trading it in.
Because you have the perfect taste. You have the taste of the people, Ben.
I do.
You
I do have a taste
don't
of the
like
people.
nobody likes.
Exactly. If I like or dislike a game, it completely determines if a game's going to do well or not. Hence,
No, it's true.
why GTA 5 failed. Because I didn't like it.
People don't know that Ben's given name from his parents is Metacritic. That's where the name Riddick comes from.
Exactly.
That's what the M stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ben
you know.
Metacritic Riddick.
Didn't you, I'm going to come back to this, didn't you not like Final Fantasy? And wasn't this a critically acclaimed game?
Yeah, but I did go out and get that knowing that I wasn't.
So the chances are there. There are chances, and the chances have happened. So I'm just pointing it out.
I also said slim.
Pointing it out. No, well,
This is one
it doesn't
game.
matter. Slim. Yeah, that's a big game. I played that game.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I liked that game. I don't play
you
those
have bad
games.
taste.
Oh, you have bad taste.
Go to hell, Nikki.
Oh, God. You like Russian Ghoul. You have the worst taste ever.
What? How is
Yes.
that the worst
We're
taste
coming
ever?
back to that because I picked the best one, and I
No.
have perfect taste, and you have horrible
No.
taste.
No, you didn't.
Bad taste in
Rachel
games,
Ghoul is
bad
by
taste in
far
villains.
Better.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Are you guys
I don't
done?
know.
Are mommy and
Yeah.
daddy done fighting?
That happens a lot on this podcast.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
So how do you guys feel about buying used games then?
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
I think that they're great. I used to do that a lot when before I went digital only. That I would say a majority of the games that I bought were used, and that
Nikki?
was great.
Yeah,
That's great.
I mean, it's about 50-50 for us. It depends on the game when it comes out or whatever. Like, if it's an Uncharted or an Assassin's Creed or something or a Mario, we're probably going to buy it, like, right when it comes out, so probably new. But if it's an older game and, it's still on the shelves used and, oh, okay, I wanted to pick that up. I didn't want to spend $60, but I'll spend 25 or whatever, then, yeah. I mean, I'll buy anything. It doesn't matter if it's used or new. But for G, as long as it has that booklet in it. He likes it.
Okay. I'm still in that boat where it's like I like new games when they come out. So me buying a used game then is kind of pointless because it's $5 cheaper. And on top of that, there's a chance that the disc might not work and things like that.
I always feel bad because the developers don't get that money off of the rebuy.
And that's the part that bothers me the most, is that the developers are not seeing any of the money for the used games. And
Yeah.
how are they going to know then that I liked their game so much that I bought it?
Yeah.
My biggest concern with buying used games are the assholes that trade in used games. Have you guys ever gone into a GameStop with something that you knew did not work and traded in?
Nope.
Oh.
You were trying to pinpoint one of us as assholes, weren't you?
You're
Saw
such
that
a
coming, Brant?
you're a dickhole. Man. You're
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Nikki's on here. I'm gonna use the proper term. You're a urethra.
Yep. I
nice.
taught him something.
That's
Oh my god.
It's a weird thing to say, but yeah, no, I learned sciencey terms. I learned sciencey terms
That's
from
great.
a science lady.
So, you've never done anything that was particularly shady?
I mean, I have, just not in that regard.
Nope.
in
I've never taken in a
trading?
disc that's been scratched. I've never taken in a console that just doesn't work, a controller that doesn't work. I've never taken anything back into a GameStop that did not have a good,
So
history.
you know what I did?
Oh, here's the dick.
That's a weird thing to say. You don't just say that.
Surprise, Dick.
Well, I was gonna say here's the asshole, but then we were talking about dicks, and so I got confused and said
That's
one of
no. You should never get
So-
confused. Okay, Ben, just continue. I don't want to have to teach her about
You
the
heard
anatomy.
it here first. Nikki gets confused between assholes and dicks.
God. Exactly
Um,
what happened.
No, so it was, what was it? It was 2004.
Oh my God. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about these details. Yeah, Bush was president. Gas was $1.25 a gallon. Who gives a fuck? Just what did you do, Ben? The
I
people
was-
don't give a shit.
I was living in New Jersey.
Oh my God. Yes.
Well, that explains it.
Sure.
It was my birthday.
Word painting.
And my parents had gotten me a PlayStation Portable. A PSP, if you will.
Because they loved you.
Yes, they did. And, they got me some of those really awesome UMDs. The only thing that games should ever be played on is UMD.
You shouldn't lie to your fucking audience either. Ben, we're gonna have to talk about hosting after we're done with this.
And I opened it and very promptly dropped said PSP on the corner of the table, cracked the screen. My parents still had the receipt, so I took it to GameStop and said, "Hey, I opened this and it was broken." And gave
What
it back to
dick.
them, and they gave me a brand new PSP. That wasn't broken.
Wow.
You're bad, man.
Play in the system.
Yeah, well. And that's not the only thing that I did.
I don't want to hear any more of this despicable behavior.
Do I look like a priest to you?
Well, no.
Listen,
but
you
this-
wouldn't be the first woman to ask me that, and I don't need any sort of weird things.
Video game confessions going on over here.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I mean,
my
but
favorite.
This is what I'm talking about for trading in used stuff. I mean, I did the same with an Xbox. I had an Xbox, literally red ringed 5 times, and I think it was like the 3rd or 4th time it red ringed that it would still turn on for about 20 to 30 minutes at a time, but then it would freak out and shut down. Now, when you take a console into GameStop to trade it in, they only turn it on for about 10 seconds to make sure that it turns on and will open up a game. And I traded that Xbox in.
Wow.
And a woman still sleeps with you. For fuck's sake. Is there no karma?
I mean, we could talk about that too if you
No.
want.
So
We're moving
instead,
on.
I'd like to change the topic that I just suggested. I don't want to hear about the sex lives of anybody. None of you. Anyway, are you guys aware of the Best Buy program, Gamers Club Unlocked?
So I've heard about Gamers Club Unlocked.
Okay, you want me to
but
tell
I've
you want me to
never
tell you
actually
about it?
looked Yes, I do.
All right, so it's $30 American dollars, and it's a two-year membership, and this is what it gets you.
Ooh.
Here's what it gets you, because the Gamers Club regular gives you like twice the points and other weird stuff. But the benefits to paying $30 for 2 years, so $15 a year, 20% off all new video game software, 10%
Whoa.
bonus
Hey,
trading credit.
Does that include, like, because Best Buy sells digital game codes?
No.
Damn.
So 20% off new video game software, 10% bonus trade-in credit, 10% off pre-owned games, buy 2 get 3rd free pre-owned games via a special welcome coupon, and 50% off strategy guide, one strategy guide with a welcome coupon. So basically,
Okay.
the evergreen stuff is 20% off all new games, 10% extra trade-in credit for your games, and 10% off all used games.
So what are these points for? What do you get?
Best Buy reward zone. So if you spend like X amount of dollars, you get. I think it's $1 a point, and then after a certain amount, you get like a gift certificate back.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's cool too.
Yeah, but those are the gamers, the gamer club. The thing is that it went from $100 for 2 years down to $30 for 2 years, and now
Which
I think
is
it's
amazing.
it's a great
$30 for 20% off of new game software
for
Nice.
2 years.
Is that any new game?
Yes, for 2 years.
Huh.
So if you buy 3 new games at
You
launch,
essentially get
you recoup
one
all of the
green-
money.
Yeah. It's, well, not all of the money. One game's money.
No, I'm saying that the membership fee.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is beautiful. Like that right there is something that would make me consider going physical copies again, just for that kind of price.
That's what Dingo Dan calls a value.
That is what Dingo Dan calls a
Dingo
value.
Dan's discount.
Yeah, mention Disco Dan at checkout for an extra additional 20% off.
Not.
No, I think that's a neat idea, and it's much better than the stupid GameStop rewards program, which is also $30 for a single year. Doesn't get you any benefits on new games. Gets you 10% off on used games, and I think you get bonus trade-in credit. Yada 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 yada.
All right, but here's another thing. Here's another fucking flim flam. So if you sign up and to become a My Rewards member with Best Buy, it's free. They just give you like a membership, a little like card, and then you can scan it every time you make a purchase, which is how you accumulate the points, which is how you get the gift certificates. If you pre-order a game, for every game that you pre-order and pay for in full, you get $10, a $10 Best Buy gift card.
Oh. That's awesome.
So I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just spreading the good word of the Lord. Vis-a-vis video game
The
discounts.
Lord Disco Dan.
The Lord Disco
Dingo.
Dan. Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Praise Dingo
Dingo Dan.
Dingo Dan. Praise Disco Dan too, because
He's been doing cocaine ever since 1979. So
And
he
he's still here.
he needs a little bit of help.
yeah. All right. So Best Buy has a pretty good trade-in or has a pretty good program.
Right. So that's my big contribution to this entire discussion.
Do you think that systems like PlayStation Now are going to replace used games?
When a majority of the world has good internet, maybe, but in many places, especially in the United States, that's not the case. So no.
Okay, that's sad. I think it has a potential to very much be that thing, but I agree. It only works if you have a good strong internet connection. If the FiOS is strong with that one.
It's true, yeah. I mean, my internet could sustain PlayStation Now, but even then, like, I might subscribe to it just for 1 month just to see kind of how it is. But I'm just wary of it. I'm wary
Well, I
of
mean,
this.
you get that like 1 month free.
Yeah, but Ben, it's on the internet, and how does the internet's something to be feared.
Okay, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be afraid of it if I were you.
That's why we're using the crank modem to deliver this this broadcast.
That's why you see Brant randomly just doing this every once in a while. He's got to
Yeah.
get it going.
Yeah, I just gotta get it. That's how I get it going in my real life. I just stand there and I wiggle my arm around till I get going.
That's- Okay, I don't need to know what you do in your free
You're
time, Brant.
crazy.
Anyways, Nikki, do you have anything to add to the discussion of buying and selling used games?
It's good.
We're gonna put that right on the tin. That's a box quote.
It's good.
It's good.
I
Nikki
mean,
Powell.
Honestly, I think that buying and trading used games is good for the gamers' economy. I don't know if it's good for the developers' economy. Probably not. But for all those gamers out there, it's good for us to have a way to get rid of crap that we don't like and give it to somebody else, or
And save some
Yeah.
fucking money when
buy
when
someone
possible.
else's crap. Yeah.
I do feel like that being able to trade in games is what's making the digital thing go so slowly.
Yep.
Because I mean, if people weren't able to trade in games, I feel like digital prices would be a lot lower.
Yep.
Because you're not seeing developers trying to recoup the loss of their games being sold as trade-ins in other ways. You know what I'm saying?
But you're also not like paying for shit to be like freighted around, and like there are all sorts of costs associated with physical games getting from the developers to the plants to the stores that you can cut out when the game is released digitally.
Yeah, but yet they're still the same price.
I know. So I'm saying that in your magical fantasy island world, that would be another contributing factor to the lower price of digital games.
Yeah. And that's really kind of my last thing that I wanted to throw into the buying, trading game space.
I like this discussion. I haven't thought about this in a hot second. It's been fun to discuss the whole buying and selling gaming economy.
Yeah. So you have nothing else to add, Brant?
No, I think everybody's hit the nail on the head, including
I'm really
myself.
bummed that you guys don't have any dark stories about evil things that you've done.
I mean, I do, but they're not appropriate for this.
Some
podcast.
people here they're good people, but they're not dickholes or assholes like you. Whichever one you choose.
Whichever one I choose.
That's the worst choose your own adventure.
It really is.
Dicks or assholes.
Flip to page 3 if you're a dickhole. Turn to page 68 if you're an asshole.
I don't need to know about your erotica. That's
no. Well, I mean, you have read my fan fiction, right?
I have. I'm still not the same. These aren't my real eyebrows. They're still singed off. But
guys, it's been another ridiculous night. Remember, you can always find us on Twitter. I am at Ben Riddick. Brant is at BRanj, BRANJ. Nikki is at Harley Quinn 103, maybe. Yep, that's it.
Remembering.
Harley Quinn 103.
Yep.
And of course, you can always visit our website, www.nkrn.org. But really, the most important thing for you to do is to go on iTunes, subscribe. No. Yes. You subscribe on iTunes. You like us on YouTube. And
Facebook.
Leave comments and let us know what you want to hear about and,
Follow
stuff like
us
that.
on Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. I already said that.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Job security.
Yeah, Nikki. Follow us on Twitter. Me, Ben Riddick, BRanj, Harley Quinn
Follow this
103.
on Twitter.
Follow that? I don't know.
Yep.
Guys, it's been another ridiculous night. And remember, you can't spell ridiculous without Riddick.
Without Riddick.